All right, y'all. So hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Here I am. I have a lich. I don't have the very, very, very best word gear, right? Huh. Where is? Oh, right here, right. I think this is better than the other one. If it gets 19 intelligence, this has 17. Um, because it has spell damage on there too, and the fact that it's 2020 instead of you only get 13% missing health as ward. That's 7% more. Obviously better. Um, don't not able to quite word these just yet because we don't meet the level. And then this, I can't yet, but we do have stuff like this. I just put a ward per second there because, well, I like ward a lot. Just stack ward and you're fine, right? Like this is super strong, super good build. Like these gloves are not that good. Let's find gloves that are decent, right? Throwing hits, right? I wish I knew what this was. Spectral putrescence. Let me see what Google says. Give me a sec, y'all. Let's see what the wiki says, right? Just give me a sec. Base skill. Your minion with your minions increase to poison damage and damage over time. This is what it says. So it's kind of a minions type skill. But whatever. Oh, exalts maybe? Do we have? And can we use? Could put those. I'll just use those, and that has a little more damage over time. Let's see. Right, and there we go. 1800 and 2200. So I'm just doing quick calculation on the one primordial unique, right? That I don't have, but the armor that's like, hey, like this to this, like 30 something to 40 something health to ward, but you have a ward limit of like 2 to 2.4 times your HP. And here's a little more defensive measure that, hey, I don't have no shame. You give me like, that'll get us to about 4 or 5K. But the only problem with this shield is cannot gain ward in combat, right? And we lose a lot of our damage. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead, close out this. Alright, bear with me, y'all. I gotta do my stuff in little roundabout ways. I like going through stuff, showing y'all how it is, how it does for me. We just finished campaign level 57. Right? Super good poison resist. Let's do this one. You kind of want level 70, I'm thinking, before we just go over. Here we go. You see 2, 4. Down 1, 9 or whatever. Mm. 18 word per second. That's 16 word per second. 120 dodge, 8 word when dodge. So a little more dodge. Oh, that has cast speed on it, right? So that's kind of good. Oh, shit. I'll grab that. Chance to ignite on hit. Why not? Melee void damage on a sword. I don't know how I feel about that one. Now, Nemesis, 82% throwing damage. Dodge rating, I don't know how I like that necessarily. 5 to throwing cold damage. I'll empower it, why not? And there's a Nemesis, right? This probably could take you as relatively to your level pretty decently, I'd imagine, right? And like we're not fully done leveling it, going through it, testing it. Really, but if you've seen me before on some of my streams, you know for damn sure. Okay, so one thing I did, right? Because we have these rings, right? This one's kind of crappy because the implicits it rolled on Nemesis, and this one I used a ring with the T7 or T6 ward affix to generate more ward, and then I forged the poison damage on there, and then got lucky and got the poison damage, and then on the third affix I got damage over time. So on 2, I was like, well, 1/3 chance to not get what I need here, and I got 1 of the 2, so I can't complain. Right? Again, Nemesis was bad to me here, but maybe it's secretly good for some skills. I don't know. The strongest amulet, best amulet, leveling amulet in the game is right here. Evolution's End. Stats, movement speed, all resist. 2 to skills. And then you get minion damage on it, and you can summon a Rift Beast every 40 seconds or so. So 15 seconds summon, 25 seconds of downtime, right? And then just Weavers, as you can see, not really strong on the rolls on the Weavers. And using these now because pretty damn solid actually. And there we go. Alright, skills. So back to here, right? So if you're starting out, you have the rings early, right? You have the 2 skills early, right? Sacrifice these 2 right here. Then you get this. Then you should get 2 points here, right? Boom, boom. And then you can choose 4 skill points. Now you can channel, and they give you mana and ward, right? When they expire. And the mana one's kind of 15% when they expire. So every 30, you should have 3, or excuse me, out of 20, you should have 3, right? You should have 3 out of every 20 spirits expired. You should have that, right? So 12 mana if you get 20 spirits to expire. Haven't done the math on that, but that's just the math on that. We go up to 20 because it gives us a non-decimal number, if that makes sense. Non-decimal, non-fractional number. All right, so once you have, and like starting out, you do the minimum required here and here. You get this. I always get this up more, and then work on this, then back cap this, and now here we go. What do I even do from here, right? Reveal rate, I don't know. I wish we had a better tooltip, EHG, on what reveal rate is supposed to be here. I assume it spawns more of your spirits. For me, that's really good. I'll likely just load this up next 3 levels, max it out, to be honest. All right, here we're gonna go ahead and go here because now we can kind of get these stacks up. We're gonna lose stacks, but now poison bolt. Poison bolt on stack loss, and then poison bolt on stack gain at maximum stacks. That's actually pretty decent, I think. Wait. Does that include my minions there? So I don't want to do this so bad, right? That would be 6% per of missing health healed, and that would just goes against all my stuff there. So you can try this if you want. I think it's better if, like, we have 3 points. I'll probably do a point here and then 2 points here just to give the AoE, or 2 points. Yeah, I like the idea. But we're also, eventually we're going to come down here and go here. Because remember, we have the other armor, and you can have Aura of Decay being bleed, physical based, if you want. Or you can have, the cold route, but I'm going to go the bleeding route because the armor can nullify our bleeds. Transplant, it really doesn't matter how you do this once you have the core competencies down. 3 in here for damn sure. 3 in here. I like 3 in here. Doing this, get this, right? I didn't do any of this because not really minions, right? And then you have health regenerated, but more health cost. I'm not trying to regenerate health. I'm just trying to transplant. If I can mark stuff, get a free bone curse in, great. If not, too bad, so sad. And again, once we convert to our bleed build, you know, we're going to probably put this up some, right? But for right now, I'll just put one in AoE. And then, of course, since we're bone cursing, might as well up this. This is just where I've gone with it. Enable mark on death on cast. Mark duration 2 seconds. Armor shred. Getting bleed chance up. Again, once we convert to bleed base, definitely thinking about rip blood into the kit, right? Spirit plague. Needless to say, Spirit plague is freaking nice. If you're not having a good Spirit plague, build it up like this. Because look, this laceration is a beautiful node. I still have stuff to do. And again, once we can swap to that other armor, Exandrius, or whatever it is called, forgive me, y'all. I'm not good with names right now. So, but Exandria Nation, bleed sacks on you, but you're immune to bleeds. So, it's like giving you free superpowered nodes. We have 4 points to put in there if we want. I kind of like this, and this, like this. But once we go bleed, we'll probably go more so on this side and make sure we maximize our bleeds. But it is what it is, right? We have how many points left? I say 4. So in our current stature, we're kind of doing whatever. We could do something 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't mind doing all that. Or the other option is getting this up, getting the duration better, and then discharge after 3 seconds. Over 3 seconds, but by increasing the duration, 24, 48, probably 60%. So you're getting an extra second or so out of that. I don't know. I'll probably just go the poison route there and just be happy. So that's that. Again, nothing much to it, right? And here's Spirit Plague. Like, you just dotting and they can try to kill you faster than your ward regenerates, but your ward's going to out regenerate. And then again, here we go. And this is Uncle Fester or Decay. Absolutely owning their ass, right? $250, $260, $280, 280 poisons. That's a lot of poison penetration involved with that. Here we go. As we're going through this map, we get this situated here. I'll do the passive points shortly after I get this map done, I think. Again. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's right there, 160, 180. And here you can kind of see us just hold it down. Oh, I like that. I don't like that. I mean, I don't know if your mana stacking could be decent, but I just don't quite like it. That's minion chance, increased crit chance. Increased health for now, I think. 974. Okay, so that gives us a little more upside. There we go. And I always like to grab the shrines for some reason. Mana guide, I don't know if how much I like it or not. Forward, move onwards. Finally, we can get situated. There we go. Quest complete. We can get some of these glyphs, shards, whatever. And now let's go ahead and take one there. Boom. Alright. Now for your passives, right? And you can do this a lot differently if you want. We could go here, get some damn chance if we want. But we're not quite necrotic based. Here, this is the setup. I want it here, one here to set this up for future more goodness. One here. And since we're doing health to ward exchange, right? On our wards build up, we're getting 60% more damage there. We're getting 5% more health, missing health gained as ward, and it drains our current health. So for 5%, and what do we have, right? Let's say we have 80. Well, 10% of 80 is 80. So we're draining 4, but we're gaining. Let me think about this, right? %5 of the missing health. So we're losing 4, but we're gaining 970, something in that calculation there. I think it's well worth it to be set up like this, because more we can stack items like health loss per second, missing health gained as ward per second, the better. Is more exponential your ward will go up, right? Now into, I've only done the Lich, and this is just a practice run. It's not perfect. I didn't fully get this invested, but this does have 7 points in here. Now, half of our mana regen also benefits our armor, which is kind of nice. We are Vite here, poison resist. I was expecting to this until I realized that's not ward per second. It's just something that hits and gives you a ward boost every now and then as a 6-second cooldown. It may be worthwhile to later on do it, but for right now, I just valuing this node and this node here, Decaying Form and Lasting Stench. Since we are a poison build, I'm valuing those higher than I'm valuing like capping this off, going in here. Certain things that I find interesting, Bleed Chance, Frostbite, that's really good. I could see Necros coming in the Lich Tree now and doing something like 5 to int, even 7 to int, right? And then capping that off just to give them 56% chance to bleed and Frostbite chance, right? That's really strong, I feel. Sheer damage over time, I'm not quite big on, right? And this is 2 int, but it also stretch our resistances. I'm holding off right now because I want to get this and this done, right? And focuses on this one. Because now damage over time taken as poison, 50%. So half of the damage is taken as poison, and our poison is like resist is God tier because of Aura of Decay. Anyways, alright. Damage leech has health 6%. Increased health leech 66%. Increased leech rate. Leech ends at 66%, but if you're doing this and then you get 3 points in this, that's 6% per percent, and that's 36% damage boost basically, plus whatever that actually is. Oh my god. Oh my golly. Oh my golly. I have to level. Alright. So here we go. That's 6 levels, right? And then we get even more of this. This is 10 levels of 10% plus 5%. So that's another 15%, right, of health drain per second. But, and another 20 int. Oh, wait, no. Well, current health drain per second to get 20 more int. But that's really bad if you're not this ward to health to ward conversion based build. But it's really good if you are, right? And we are. So I'm definitely still going to put 10 points into that because that's 20 more int. That's that much more ward retention. So that's like 80 more ward retention. Is that right? 4 per int. And then 5% of health gained as ward per 5 seconds. I like that a lot. And then again, ward on dodge. Increased attack speed, cast speed, move speed. Damage leech as health and hit 1% per point. Again, you max that out. I could see this being an option. As long as it works as I hope it does, and it doesn't interfere with whatever, right? Now, let's see this, right? What level are we? 58. So 42 points, right? So 4, 5, 6. 6 points. 16. 16 points. And again, check our level. 42 and 16. 36, 26. Okay. You need to have 26 points left, right? You're using Catalyst, you can use that. But we have 16 points left. We could go 8 points there, 16 it. What's our elemental resist? I'm going to leave that alone and say we have 26 points left. Warlock and Necromancer. We do 5 points in here, 5 in there. That's 10. And then leave that alone. And just reviewing a lot of this just to make sure. Okay. So that's definitely decent, right? You get 5 points. and then 5 points in that, or get granted on minion death, not gonna get, but you're getting 7% ward times. That's 35% retention, right? So you're down to 16 points left. Let's see what Warlock might have. Damage over time, that's pretty solid. There's bleed chance. And then you're probably going to do this on our blood build for damn sure. You're going to want that. Again, you could also go mana regen down here if you really need it. Ward per second while channeling. What did I say? You have like 16 points. Vile Tide. Could do 8 in this. 2 in this, right? Or 8 in this, 2 in this, right? And then you unlock this. You do 5 points in this. That would be 15, right? And I think we have to consider doing that. You do 6 in this, right? And 36% more poison chance, and then it also unlocks overloads that overloads your damage, and it's super good, super easy. And like my stuff isn't fully decked out, like 5 ward per second, but health, right? You could stack health and whatever, but here we have just really, really decent idols for ward, and then we have to figure this out. But let's see, do I have idols? Am I just being stubborn, not checking? Okay, I'll do that now, and let's see where we're at. I'm about 26.5. Not bad. Alright, so there we go. Definitely not bad. Oh, I have to do some instilling, do I? Put that there. Alright, there we go. Now find the missing link. And this is just the unfortunate part of doing this. Let's do area. Alright, so I'm going to do one more. I'm going to try getting to that cemetery and seeing how good or bad I am. But maybe I'll just do one more echo at normal speed. And we're at about 36 minutes right on this mark. Ooh. Locate Mare Drake. Okay. Oops, wrong button. Rear mobs are just going to get beat down with our wandering spirits. Oh. So you see there, we just tanked as a acolyte that's not known for being... Like, your priests aren't really your tanks in games, but we totally just did that, right? Ah. I was hoping for another one of these that we get, like, skills and ward retention, stuff like that on. And boom, right? So as you can see, we are really good, really strong. We're a few levels under the level, recommended level, right? Actually, no, we're not. But 58, it says 58 scaled. But when we go in this, right? So when we go in here, it's saying 62. So I'm thinking it's 62. They just didn't update the little text on the coding array. The text string on the array that, because in coding you build the array to the array to the other array to the other array sometimes, and you it just needs updated, I think. But anyways, we're like pretty strong here. Nothing too shabby. Um, Again, we're using Plague Bearer's staff that may or may not be in our best interest to farm another one that has like 2-3 LP, get some mother freaking poison damage, poison chance. Toka's teeth. Why not? Maybe it'll be good for Heartseeker, although I figure Heartseeker may be better with the elemental penetration, poison chance, stagger. Vel's tooth, is it? Let's see, 80, 130, 160, 180, 190, 221. And a whole bunch of garbage. Yeah, go ahead, activate this, and lay down my ginormous Wandering Spirit Trap that just clears everything while I read this. Melee void damage on a two-handed sword. Don't mind if I do. Cold damage on a two-handed sword. No, thank you. Not right now. So there you have it. Let's find some more mobs. Hopefully level. There we go. Just what I want. A level to show off. Some shards, some gold, more shards, why not? Fire damage, aura damage. I'll grab. Yeah, I don't like that. And don't like that much. Alright. So, we have our work cut out for us. I think we can keep doing this because poison chance, we're laying on poison. That's strong enough in itself, right? And then if we need to get a little more tanky, we have this node right here, mind over body. We don't have to take it yet. Oh, by the way, that's 8% more damage per point you put in there for us. And then we haven't even gotten to Dance with Death. Tripled at low life, so that's 15% damage per point. But I wish that was all damage tripled, right? And that'd be nice, but it's not quite coded built that way, and it's fine. So this is just where I have my stuff, like you can tweak certain things this way or that way. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you only put 1 point in here, 6% more health. I figured that's kind of strong. But I'm not gonna get that health and war cannot exceed 1500 HP if we have 1000. I'm just not going to do that. Alright. So there we go. This is my Poison, Wandering Spirit, Spirit Plague, Lich. Again, I don't know these calculations, but that's saying about 6K, 1K, 1K, whatever. And the saying transplant's actually 18K. So it is what it is. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and most importantly, y'all, be well, do well, and most importantly, the most important part of this one is treat others well. Until next time, y'all, take it easy.